How do you know who's a fraud and who's not?
I don't think step one should be, is this person fake or not?
What was your most successful store?
Next day did like 200K and it was just crazy. I don't care if you have a Lamborghini. I don't care if you have a mansion. I care what type of person you are because I'm giving you my money that I work hard for.
How difficult is drop shipping as a whole?
We can make money appear out of nowhere. If you bring plastic bottles on Beans podcast, you're a broke boy. We don't fuck with plastic bottles, bro. See that? It's glass.
Water.
It's presidential. Can we open them?
Yeah, go ahead. You can open whatever you want.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, it's sparkling. I forgot to tell you.
That's cool. I like the barbed wire on my throat.
Sparkling water is way better.
Oh shit. Bro, you just saw me.
I know. Yo, it's all good, bro. I mean.
Sparkling water, by the way.
I'm going to welcome you guys back to the Bean Dip, the world's most versatile podcast. Today, I have Hersch Life with me as the guest.
Yes, sir.
And he is going to be giving us insight on the misconceptions and misinformation about e-commerce and drop shipping. This is the Bean Dip, where Bean dips into the minds of those aspiring to be great.
Ooh, I like that. Mm-hmm. That's solid.
Yeah.
First off, I want to show you because like people all the time will literally just like lie about their results. There's this thing like on a computer where you can do inspect element and change your numbers. If you look at people's screenshots, then sometimes those can be faked, but from an actual video standpoint and like refreshing the page, you can see the results.
Refresh it for me. Make sure you're screen recording that so I can put it on.
Yeah,
so
I'm screen recording it. So this is actual results, like that. It was from May 14th to June 12th. So about 30 days, a little over.
Dang, that's
yeah.
That's
so.
Yo, that's a lot of bread.
So and like things like that, like people won't show you that in person. And actually, I know of a couple of influencers and e-com people who will literally like take some of their students' results and post it as their own, because a lot of these guru guys don't even drop ship. They just sell their course. So when it comes to like showing people results for their store, they just use their students' results and claim it to be theirs.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's scamming at its finest. Realistically, it is scamming. So when it comes to your drop shipping, how did you originally get into it?
Okay, so I used to work at a dealership, and the reason I talk about working at the dealership is because the money was decent working at the dealership, but the best part about it is connections. I would talk to like 30 plus people a day. So like I would have so many people to talk to of so many different walks of life. Old ladies.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I'm scared. That's good now.
Yo, you're good. I would talk to old ladies, young kids, black, white, Asian, literally anything you could think of. Dentists, trappers, rappers. Rappers seem to be the ones that proof of income can't prove it. They literally, bro, I swear.
That's funny that you say that, because in my last podcast, with my homie Jesse, he's a tattoo artist from Vegas, and he asked me, he said, what is the most annoying clients that you tend to deal with? And he didn't even let me answer. He said rappers, I bet. And I couldn't really deny it. They're the ones that flaunt the most money. They post the most money. They talk about the most money. When it comes down to spending the most money, they never will.
I feel like it's just because they think they're supposed to be a certain way, and there's no authenticity when it comes to like rappers. There's levels to the rap game, like there is levels to like anything. So I think like low level people, they're like, oh, I can rap, right? And then they instantly put themselves in that bracket, so they buy the jewelry and stuff like that, not knowing that, hey, there's levels to this, buddy.
Right, it makes sense. So to go on, how did you get started? Because you were talking about the dealership and we kind of...
Yeah, so basically, I I work with a whole bunch of people, and a young kid came in, and he was like, I'd say he was with a group of 2 other people. They were all probably like 16, 17, 18 years old. And none of my other salesmen wanted to talk to him. Nobody likes talking to the young kid at the dealership because they're just going to waste time. I'm the type of person, I'm like, you know what, whatever. So I talked to him. He ended up buying a car, and I'm like, filling out his application. I'm like, all right, how much money do you make a year? I'm just like going through it, and he's like, you could just put like 700,000. It's like, no, but like I need to know. It's like, yeah, about 700,000-800,000. It's like, dang, bro, you're 17. I was like, forget the car.
Blown away.
It's like, forget the car. What do you do for a living? And then I was like, yo,
that's cool.
Yo.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, so they wound up buying the car, and then he wound up teaching me how to do e-commerce, which he didn't teach me the right way. The way he taught me was like, it's called the free plus shipping method. So you make the product free, and then you just charge people for shipping. But when we put up stores, we would do like a successful store, like maybe $2,000-$3,000. He'd be like, all right, give me $500 so I could pay the supplier for shipping, and then we're gonna split the other amount, right? I'd give him the $500. He wouldn't send the products out, and then he would just keep the $500 and then take another $50 after that. So he was like basically scamming me, and it was all under my like social and stuff like that. So he taught me for free. Right, I would go to his house. It was like
at a cost.
Yeah, so. At a cost. I would go to his house like an hour away from the dealership, come back, and like do that every day. Like I would leave the dealership at 10, drive an hour, go to his house, work on the store, drive back to the city, and then just like sleep and repeat. And it was a very, very, very hard process.
What city did you live in?
Charlotte.
Oh, you're from Charlotte?
Oh yeah, Charlotte, 704. Yeah, I'm originally from New Jersey, but you know I've been in Charlotte for a long time.
So when you met those kids at the dealership and you started doing the drop shipping with them the wrong way, you kind of had to figure it out.
Yeah, so like once I figured out drop shipping was an actual thing, my brain was just focused on, okay, I want to level up at the dealership. I want to make money, because if you work at the dealership, I have friends that work at the dealerships now that make $1.2 million a year. Selling cars. Right. So I'm like, all right, that's smooth, right? I could still sell cars and make a good living for myself. The thing wasn't the money for me. It was more so working. Bro, I hate working.
Dude, me too.
I hate working for people. I hate working like in general, bro. If somebody tells me to do something, I'm like, bro, I really don't want to do this.
No, I as a child and an adolescent, I would always be told you have a problem with authority. And I don't think it was a problem with authority. It was more so that I had already knew I don't like taking orders from people. I never really liked ever being told what to do.
Right.
So even as a kid, I just wanted to do my own thing, no matter what it was.
Yeah. I hate that, bro. So that was like my motivation, not so much money. Even though like I did live in a hotel, like, but at the end of the day, bro, like people don't realize this. Like people always say, I've been a rich man, I've been a poor man, I choose rich every time. Well, yes, but no. And the reason I say no is because, like, I remember when I was in high school, living in a hotel, bro, I was living the best life ever. I didn't care about anything.
Right.
Lambos, nothing. None of that mattered to me, because it was all just, like, a fantasy, right? It's like people don't actually drive these things. People don't actually do these things. And then I would just, like, walk to the gas station, get, like, a Snickers, and, you know, it was just the best life. Then when I got money, I started comparing myself. Like, all right, I got this nice car. Oh, he's got a really nice car. I wonder how hard he worked for that, you know. So it I don't know. I feel like I had more enjoyment, like, being in the lower class.
I could kind of see and agree. I feel I would be more on the disagreement side, because a lot of people just like to cope when it comes to being poor. Right. But being poor is a choice. Poverty is a choice.
100%. 100%.
So when it comes to hustling, you just have to get it on your own.
Right, for sure.
So I kind of agree with that. At the same time, I don't, because I don't think anybody realistically likes to be poor. They just say, well, money isn't everything.
Right, exactly.
Just to cope, even though money is everything.
Exactly. Just to clarify, I don't didn't like being poor. Who the hell likes being poor?
Well, you said it was easier.
No, I didn't. No, mentally, like, think about it. Like, you have all your little broke friends. You're not worrying about getting money.
Yeah, well, it's because you said about choosing. I've been rich, I've been poor, and I choose rich every time.
Of course,
and
yeah.
then you went back and said something about
sometimes. Yeah, I said I don't.
That's why I said I agree. And don't.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, facts. I just wanted to clarify that for the people at home. Like,
nah, they're gonna say whatever they want anyway.
If you're poor, it's not fun.
It's not okay either.
It's not okay. The mental state though, like, I feel like you get more enjoyment. Like, for example,
well, it's because you're more content because you don't know what it's like to live that life.
Yeah.
Once you are exposed to those type of experiences, it all changes.
It changes, yeah.
It changes 100% because what you're used to is being comfortable. Once you step out of your comfort zone and you meet someone that actually has money and actually buys things,
right?
It changes your perspective on life, and it's more of a thought of how did you do it.
Right. It's like kids. Like, kids, they don't worry about going out and making money. Like, they just enjoy their life, right? So I feel like there's two stages you get that. One, when you already have money coming in and you already know, like, okay, I'm making X amount of dollars, bills are covered, everything's fine, I can wake up, do whatever I want. Or you're broke and you go to work, come back, go to work, come back, or just like a kid, for example. So, like, that's like...
Some people get stuck in that pattern.
Yeah, it's
unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
But that's just the way, generations after generation, it's all generational. It's whoever was before you, if you're poor, it's because of your parents.
Yeah.
And if they're poor, it's because of their parents.
Exactly. Money's like, it's an energy that, like, you just have to know. Like, speaking of money, like, when I made a bunch of money, I didn't know, like, I didn't have money knowledge. Like, I didn't know what to do with it. So, like, it all just disappeared, even though it's such a large amount.
You're frivolous.
Yeah. So, like,
I'm frivolous with my money. I don't care. I invested in things that I need to invest in, and I also spend it. There's no reason to save money. Broke people save money.
Right.
There's no reason to save money. What am I gonna save money for?
Right. I don't like the term save. I also don't like spend anymore. Once I had that very traumatizing experience, like, my mindset changed to, like, all right, I'm not spending money, I'm investing. So, like, I'll buy, instead of buying like $100,000 car, I'll buy like $100,000 stock or a piece of real estate or something like that the money's gonna come back to me instead of just, like, going down.
Right, that makes sense. What was your most successful store?
My most successful store. So, 6 months into going back and forth to this guy's house, blah, 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 me and my other business partner ended up doing $600,000 in 4 days. That was the best 4 days of my life.
600,000 in 4 days?
$600,000 in 4 days. Yes. It was crazy. Insane. Like, just day one, I put the advertisement up on TikTok. It was all organic, no paid ads. So I put the advertisement up on TikTok.
What was the product?
Orbi guns.
Yo, no way,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was the first person ever to sell Orbi guns online before they got popular. I made them popular. Isn't that crazy? So it was the best 4 days of my life. Like, I literally had to work the next morning. I had to go to the dealership. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to the dealership. And I woke up and my phone was just nonstop. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what? I look at my Shopify store. It's just at like $30,000 overnight. Like, bro, I'm like, what the? I'm just going crazy, bro. I'm jumping off the wall. I called out of work. Like, I'm rich, motherfuckers. $30K. And then that day it did like $156,000, and the next day it did like $200K, and it was just crazy. Insane stuff, bro.
In 4 days? How much of that was profit?
Funny you say that. Actually, 100% of that was profit.
No way.
100.
Why?
Because, okay, so...
Or how? Not why, how?
So, Shopify has this really weird system that they were like, if you don't send the products out in a certain amount of time, then we're going to shut your store down.
Right.
So since it was so much demand, we couldn't possibly send out all of those orders. Like we just did
I'm
not.
so scared of this. My bad.
You're good. We didn't have the supplier was like, no, we can't fulfill 40,000 Orbi guns. Like we only have like 100 in stock. So me and my business partner were scared. We're like, we got to send these orders out. They're going to shut our store down. We're trying to make more. Like 600K is cool, but I want millions. So we go to CVS and we just get thank you cards. And we start sending people thank you cards. And then they start arriving, like a couple days later, they start arriving to the customers. And Shopify is like, all right, well, since you can't handle this, we're going to pause your orders. We're not going to shut your store down, but we're going to pause your order so you can't take any more money in. All right. So we go get thank you cards and just start sending them out. And then people are reporting the store, calling us with threads. You sent me a thank you card. I ordered an Orbi gun. What do you mean? Like, so long story short, Shopify took the store down completely. They're like, all right, well, this is a scam. So what they do is their process, you have 120 days. 120 days to let the customers like get their money back. There's this thing called a chargeback fee. And I think at the time it was like $7 and some change. So every time a customer charged back, it was $7. So me and my business partner are thinking, oh my God, 600,000 people are going to charge back. And we're going to have to owe like $400K to Shopify. And we're going to get arrested. So after 120 days, like maybe 4,000 people charged back. We wound up owing Shopify like $20K out of that big balance, and we wound up getting like $580,000 profited to us right into the bank account. So we didn't even have to send out any orders. The downside is my Shopify info got cooked, so I can't ever use my social security to make a Shopify store ever again. I have to get an LLC and do a whole process. Yeah. But like, is that scamming? Because like we couldn't send it out, right?
I don't know. I don't know anything about dropshipping. That's why I'm talking to you.
But like, think, would you consider that a scam? Because what's that famous? There's a famous TikToker. I think his name. He's that Atlanta dude who did the clothing line. I don't remember his name, but people were pissed because like they didn't get their clothes. But the same thing happened to him, and he couldn't send the orders out. So
it's not really scamming.
I wouldn't consider it. Yeah,
because you didn't know it was gonna blow up. How am I supposed to know that I need 400,000 Orbi guns?
You know what's crazy? I have people all the time. Like I tell this story like often because like I don't mind letting people know like how the process works. Ignorant people just don't know, and I have people who are like, "I'm gonna report you to the cops. I'm gonna report you." Go ahead. Nothing I did was illegal, which is the scary part. Like, think about it. Like, you can buy something online and you may not get it, and legally you're SOL. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. I'm just wrapping up 600,000 in 4 days is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
It's a lot of money in 4 days. It's not it's obviously a lot of money, but
Yeah,
$1 million isn't a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of people think $1 million is a lot, and it's really not.
I mean, it could do a lot, but
it can do a lot. It's just not a lot.
in the grand scheme of things, no. I would say probably not. It's definitely a good goal to have, though. Like,
so that was the most money you ever had in your account?
At one time, like being deposited, yeah, 100%.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's good. What did you do with it?
So me and my business partner, we split everything down the middle. So I had about 280 and some change. Like I said, bro, like you have to realize I'm coming from like poverty, like zero, bro. Like single mom, house to house to house, apartment to apartment to apartment, roommates, kicked out of my roommate, like house room that we were renting straight to the hotel to trailer, so on and so forth. So I blew it. Like I spent like a madman, bro. Everything that I didn't have, I got it. I didn't have a pair of Jordans when I was in high school and I got bullied for the way I dressed. What did I do? I went to the shoe store. I probably spent like $4K on shoes. And then that wasn't enough, so I went to Neiman Marcus. I bought Balenciagas, off-white shoes. Bro, I went crazy on my clothing, on my shoes, everything. I went crazy. I probably spent like 20, 30K on just appearance. 10K after like month 1 or 2, 10K. I had like bills like my rent. I had a Corolla at the time, and I had a BMW 328i. I had loans on both of them. I paid both of the loans off, sold the cars. I wound up losing money on both because my credit was terrible. And I bought a Toyota Supra.
Cash?
No, I financed it. I put like 40K down and financed like 20K. And the reason I did that is because my credit was bad at the time. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm doing the right thing by financing this car. And then I spent like probably like 20K modding it. It had the blue wrap, full bolt-on, tune, carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber wing, carbon fiber everything. So I spent like another like 20K modding it. And then it got it was so fun to drive. It was fast, it was everything. And I'm like, I'm bored of it. So I bought it a brother, and I got an i8, a BMW i8. So
That's cool. That's crazy.
the i8 was a piece of crap, bro. That's a whole nother story about like how I got scammed off that i8. But yeah, I just blew it, bro. I got an office in Uptown Charlotte that costed money. We went on vacations, a bunch of vacations. I was sponsoring everybody's vacation. I gave my mom money, of course. My girlfriend's family, I gave them money, of course. I kind of just like, I became the person that I've always wanted to be, but that money doesn't last long if you're not making any more. And at the time,
right.
I didn't quite understand how I made that much so quick. Like I knew how I did it, but I didn't know how I did it so I can repeat it, if that makes sense. So I wasn't making any money, and I was just burning. I got down to like 30K. Out of $280,000, I got down like 30K within, I'd say, 6 months.
I would have went to Vegas.
And spent it all?
Yeah, probably.
At the casino?
Yeah. I like gambling.
All on red.
No, I don't play that. I play like baccarat or craps.
No blackjack?
No. I can count cards, but no.
Blackjack's so addictive, bro.
I don't like it. It's not really in your favor.
My friend taught me about stake, and I became a huge degen.
Yeah.
I spent so much money on, bro. I became such a degenerate, bro.
Yeah. No, I used to play on stake too. I used to gamble like a lot. I don't do it anymore. Kinda.
Yeah, same. Actually, I think I have a weekly bonus I have to claim on stake.
Yo, that's so cool.
But I try not to gamble because it really is an addiction, bro.
No, it really is.
It's bad.
It's a sin.
Yeah. It's one of my like
Realistically.
I got super addictive to it, bro. Like super addictive, and it's bad. Like I realized, like I was like, why am I
spending money's addicting too?
Yeah, it's dopamine.
I love spending money though.
Yeah, I like the like feeling you get.
It's just so cool to just not have to check, because I used to have to check my account back in the day.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would have to check my account to go eat McDonald's or even put gas in my car, and I don't have to do that anymore, which is cool.
Right. Have like 4 cards and just be like, take one.
Well, it's not even that. I just use my debit card for everything. I don't like doing credit.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a huge credit person either. I'm just like, you don't have like multiple bank accounts, so you have everything in like one account.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to just use your debit card. What do you do for dropshipping now since you can't use your social?
Yeah, so great question. Once I everything.
Stop being the mic too.
Sorry.
You're good.
Everything I do kind of like leads up to like current situation. So once I blew all that money, I got really depressed, and I sold my cars. I tried to minimize my 10K a month payments to 5K. Yeah, that was bad. And it was around Christmas time, and I was just like in my room playing Fortnite all day, super depressed, bro, like super depressed. But then I realized, like, look, I'm this person now. I am this person. So I could either be this person or I can go back to being the old me, and I couldn't go back to being that person. Never. So I put up another store, and I just started, doing the process over and over, and it finally worked again. Made like $100K, and then just started investing smartly. So now what I do is I do one of two things. One, use my LLC. I'll buy an LLC, and then just use that for this if that ever gets cooked. Or I'll do a 50-50 store with my students. So like when I take on students, we'll do a 50-50 store. So we just split everything 50-50, and then we'll just use their information. I'll make sure they're taken care of, like taxes and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When students sign up for your classes, what does that normally entail? How much does it cost to get started initially, realistically?
So without my classes, like just drop shipping, or like if to work with me,
so you don't have to tell me how much your classes cost, because today's price is not tomorrow's price.
Exactly.
So I never drop prices online.
For sure.
Because people are like, oh, that's what you said. No, it's not what I said.
So to get started with drop shipping with a mentor, I would set aside $500 to $1,000.
I was thinking like 15. I was just ballpark.
Right.
I don't know.
But
I just figured like
if you're a smart person and you can really pick things up on your own, and you're the type of person who can watch videos, there's so much free information out there. You can literally start with like $50. Literally $50. You could turn it like that Orbegun store that I did. I probably spent $30 altogether to make $600,000 4 days later.
So when it comes to starting with a mentor, not the YouTube way, starting with a mentor, making money today, how much would that cost you?
I would say anywhere from $500 to $1,000. It really just depends on who you choose to like teach you though. Like I'm not a big fan of courses. I'm more of like if I can't learn hands-on with something, I don't like it. Like I have super bad ADHD, so like I want somebody hands-on teaching me how to do this. I don't want to learn through your stupid videos.
Right.
And I feel like that's 90% of the people, because motivation's a very big thing with this too. Like I can't watch a video and stay motivated to do it, and I'm not disciplined enough to just do it. I need somebody holding my hand through the whole process.
Right. No, that makes sense. Because when I was finishing up film school, COVID was in 2020, and that was supposed to be my last term, which was the spring and summer term of 2020. It was just, I didn't have in-class classes. Everything was all online. And I didn't really like that, because I didn't like the idea of having to email my teacher a question that I had that second to be answered 24 or 48 hours later.
Yeah.
By then I was just over it.
All right.
And I am not the kind of person that would look things up on YouTube, because it's not the right way. A lot of people show you shortcuts and don't really show you exactly how to do it. They just do it for the clicks and the views.
Right.
So I always try to tell people that YouTube is a good way to learn. You're just not going to learn the key essentials and the theory behind of how everything works.
Exactly. It's the same thing in the e-com world. People on YouTube show you just enough, so that way you can get their course and you can get their like program, and then they'll show you like more. But YouTube is very hard to find the full, like, this is how you do it step by step.
That's with anything though.
Yeah.
Even with trading, Forex, options, stocks, crypto, everything is going to always be lacking information.
Right.
Because they don't want to give you, I mean, it's gatekeeping, which I 100% approve of. I love gatekeeping. Because if you give someone the sauce, they're just going to pour it on their spaghetti. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I agree to a certain extent. Personally, I have a case study of a store that I made $10,000 with, and I documented the whole entire thing, and I put it up online for free. It's literally online for free. That's a dope sound.
Yeah, it sounds good. I didn't mean to hit the mic, but yeah. All for free.
All for free. And the reason I do that is because half of these lazy-ass motherfuckers are not going to they're not going to fucking watch that shit and actually do it, so I don't care. And if they do, that's great. They can say they learned it from this video and, whatever. It helped them.
Nobody will ever give credit to the people that put them on.
No.
Never, ever.
Never.
There's been countless people that I've either taught some basic fundamentals, some rudimental, like, I don't even, easy elementary stuff with cameras and settings and how to properly shoot. And I'll teach them one little microscopic lesson, and then they'll just be gone.
Right.
And act like they don't know me. Every time. I don't care, because they're still not good.
Right.
Like, I don't care.
It never, and that's the thing.
That's
like,
how it is.
That's how it is. I personally learned e-commerce from that kid. I'm not gonna name him because I know he's in a lot of like legal trouble. He's like a huge scammer. I don't know if I can even say that. If you're watching this, I know that you're on the run, but it's
incriminating. They're gonna come after you and be like, "Who is this guy?
Who is this?" But nah, yeah, bro. So, but one thing I will say is once I made all that money, one thing I reinvested in was a mentor. I wanted a mentor, so I was looking online, saw this guy named Amon Meeman. I think that's how I pronounce it, Amon Meeman. Amon, if you're watching this, I apologize if I'm not saying your name correctly. But I saw he was doing consistent sales with dropshipping. He was doing like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. And I was like, okay, let me invest in his course. At the time, it was like $1,000 or something like that. And then I watched it and I was like, bro, this is the exact same thing that I was taught to do. Not the scam stuff, but like...
I was like, whoa.
no, not the scam. Like, this is the exact same thing. Like, I know how to do this. The difference is he just does it. So it takes like some sort of like grit. It takes like, you have to just do it over and over.
Everything takes grit. Everything takes discipline. Everything takes consistency. Consistency is key. Complacency is catastrophic. So no matter what you do, and that goes for anyone out there, if you want to be a janitor,
right,
be a consistent janitor.
Exactly.
If you want to be a teacher, be a consistent teacher. If you want to be an entrepreneur, it's twice as much work as a regular traditional job.
Exactly. And I was watching, and once I realized that, exactly what you just said, I was like, bro, like, I can just do it. And then that's when I really got in my mindset, like, all right, let's do it. And then now we do like 50, 60K months. You know, sometimes we'll pop 100K month here and there, but now it's just all consistency.
Yeah, I don't like that word, I can do it. I usually replace can with have to, because I have to do it. I can edit, but no, I have to edit. I have to get things done. Not I can get things, I have to. There's no other choice. That's my thing, can.
I like that mindset.
It's just, I have no plan B. So I have no choice.
I got you.
Yeah. So nobody, a lot of people don't understand that.
I say I can because, like, I can.
Everybody can.
Everybody can. I can or I can't. If I choose to put up another store right now and make another 50K with another store, I can.
Right.
But I don't have to because, like, everything's already, like, coming in.
No, that makes sense.
But that's also a very, like, my mindset is not the best mindset. Like, I have to do things like record videos, put up reels, TikToks to, like, boost. But, like, I'm in a very complacent set of mind that everything I do is just very, like, free. But I like it like that, like, not being complacent. Like, of course I'm gonna level up, but, like, I like having the freedom to do whatever I want and not have to worry about anything. Like, I'm very relaxed.
No, that makes sense. I have my freedom. I could do a little bit more when it comes to disciplinary action.
Right.
However, I still do pretty well. I could go a little harder, I'm pretty sure. I'm just trying to line everything up, figure everything out, because I don't want to go too hard at something and make a mistake. Right. So I have to calculate all of my movements.
No, that makes sense, 100%.
In order for me to do things properly.
Yeah, I mean, you've been pretty consistent at the gym and the meal plan since the last time I saw you. You've still doing the same meal plans, still at the gym.
I eat the same thing every day.
Yeah, bro, that's consistent. That's crazy right there.
Every single day I eat the same thing.
I could never do that.
6 to 8 times a day I eat the same thing.
Super disciplined. That's discipline.
I bring my food scale.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, like, over here, he has, like, a food scale and all his stuff. Super disciplined right there. Like, I could personally never do that. So
yeah, I just made that switch. I don't know what switched in me. I just decided one day, I'm ready, and I just went for it. I just started doing it, and now I take my food scale everywhere. I take my portable blender everywhere. I want to say it's easy, but they're gonna be like, no, it's not, bro. Yes, it is. I'm not, I was going to ask also, before we go into the rabbit hole of frivolous conversation, I want to ask, how do you know when it comes to learning from a mentor, quote unquote mentor, how do you know who's a fraud and who's not?
Okay.
Because I want to add to it. A lot of people just post jets, watches, cars, and all this stuff on their Instagram or whatever social media platform they use, and when you see them in real life, that's not how it is.
Right.
So how do you spot the frauds from the real people?
It's actually funny you say that. I went to an e-commerce event in Arizona, and I was surrounded by those type of people, not fake people, but people who post like these things, and I got to see like who's really who in person, right? So I personally don't socialize enough with all of these people to know who's fake and who's not fake.
Right. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
It's difficult to tell.
Especially nowadays. What I will say is in your own mind, I don't think step one should be, is this person fake or not? I think step one should be like, am I able to do this task, or like, can I do this task? For example, like when I started dropshipping with that guy, I didn't say, is he really making this much money or is he not? I just said, all right, you said you're doing it, I'm gonna try it. There's no harm in trying it and seeing if it works.
Right, that does make sense. Most people do take I mean, I take losses still.
But exactly, the loss, right? Some of these people are charging $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a course.
That's where I was getting at, because
Right.
a lot of people charge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a course and promise a lot and don't deliver.
Exactly.
So that's what I was getting at.
So, and it's hard because, I mean, even still now, like I just spent $10,000 on a program where this guy basically just made me one video, and he's like, yeah, that's pretty much all you're getting for me. And
Really?
Yeah, like it was bad. Like so it was supposed to be $10,000 altogether. I paid $2,000 first because I always recommend doing a payment plan if you have the option to.
Right.
All these like closers and people are always going to tell you, no, if you're not fully committed, if you don't have full skin in the game, you're not really ready. No, that's not true, bro. They just want to take all your money up front.
Right.
The reality is you can do a payment plan. So I did $2,000. I saw how he operated when I gave him the $2,000. I realized that it's not somebody I want to give $8,000 more to, because literally I gave the dude $2,000 and he did nothing for me. He would flex on meetings. He wasn't communicative. He didn't have any communication skills at all. So I didn't pay him the rest. But it's hard to spot these things. But as you like pay and as you put skin in the game over and over and over, eventually you'll do one of two things. You'll either stop and then just take the information that you have and just use it, or two, you'll keep going until you find something or someone that actually resonates with your
Trial
beliefs.
and error.
Right. I can give you an example. 2 days ago, I had a meeting with a company. I've been speaking with this company for a year. They're supposed to be helping me with my marketing, and the cost of the company's service is $25,000. I went on a Zoom call with the guy. He was like, hey, this is what we do. $25,000, are you ready? And I'm like, I really need this service. I really want to do this. Can I have 10 days to just make sure I have everything straight? Because $25,000, even for me, that's half of what I make a month. So like, that's a lot of money, So I'm like, all right, give me 10 days and let me figure it out. He's like, what do you need 10 days for? We need action takers. If you're not an action taker, we don't want you. So all right, I won't work with you then. No, wait. He's like, let me find. And then he brings some 22-year-old dude, and they're all like millionaires. They have the cars, they have everything, right? But I don't buy into stuff. I buy into people. I don't care if you have a Lamborghini. I don't care if you have a mansion. I care what type of person you are, because I'm giving you my money that I work hard for. So he brings out this 22-year-old, and the first thing he says is, all right, can you explain to me what's going on? And I'm like, all right, so this is this. I really like the service, blah, blah. He's like, wow, all you did was yap for 10 minutes and you didn't even, I was like, what do you mean? You asked what I was, you literally asked what's going on. I explained to you and you said I yapped. Then he's like, why are you sitting there and I'm sitting here? It's like, he was a D1 athlete. I was like, I don't know. Like, you probably made good decisions. We had different walks of life. He's like, so you're saying I never struggled? When I was a D1 athlete, I was in a hospital bed. I couldn't even walk, and I still made 50 grand. I was like, congratulations. Like, I don't care. I was like, bro, like, I know they're going to probably see this and be like, whatever. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't care. Like, you're not going to come try and sell me something using disrespect. You know, like, I never talk to my people like that. I don't want to be talked to like that. So, long story short, he's like, you know what? Figure it out on your own. And he ends the Zoom call. Just hangs up. And I'm like, all right, well.
I'll take my money elsewhere.
Yeah, I'll take my money elsewhere. And 2 seconds later, one of them DMs me and he's like, oh, it's okay. I got you. I'll take care of you. I'll see you in 10 days. Well, it's been about 2-3 days. He's not going to see me in 10 days, bro.
Right.
I don't like working with people like that. So when you look for these things, don't buy into people's watches. Don't buy into the cars. Don't buy into the lifestyle, because all of that can be faked. A Supra you guys can go get for $40,000. You can go work at McDonald's, have good credit, put $2K down on a Supra, pay like $700 a month for that, right? Mm-hmm. An i8 you guys can go buy right now, $30,000-$40,000. BMWs are so cheap. That's why all the e-com gurus have one. They depreciate so fast. So literally,
I was gonna ask if there was a stigma behind e-commerce with BMWs.
You guys, they're so cheap. All these cars are cheap. Once you start creeping up to like the McLarens, the Lambos, like, okay, like they did something to earn that, but you have to, like, you just don't buy into stuff. Buy into people, and that's how you can tell a fake person from a real one. I always give, if people are buying my services or not, I give them a chance to talk to me, call me. I want to hear what they got going on, see if I can even help them. If I can't help them, then, I don't want to talk to you. Right. But if I can help them, and then, whatever, I do payment plans for people all the time. I know you're flexible, with whatever. So, like, it's about people, like, not about the stuff.
It's always about building a team.
Yeah.
I feel. I'm trying to build a team now, so it's a lot easier because I do this by myself. It sounds so cool.
It does.
I love the way, and then it picks it up, so it's so clear.
It is. It's very.
I was gonna ask you, what do you know about Hustlers University?
Hustlers University. Honestly,
because I have seen it, and I'm not gonna. I did sign up for like a month.
Yeah.
I signed up for about a month, just to see. I was just curious, and then I got an email. I had changed my debit card, so it canceled automatically. Right. Because it went to go bill it, and it was a new card, and I had got an email from Hustlers University, and I cropped it because it was on my notifications, and I was like, and I posted it, and I was saying, look, Andrew Tate emails me. Podcast coming soon. Yo. And everybody was,
oh my god,
oh, that's so cool. And then that's the only time they try to reach out to me.
Yeah, it's crazy because you can, like, there's so many different people that learn in so many different ways. If you learn in a group setting like that, then it's good for you. I can't.
I didn't even give it a chance, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm not someone. I would rather pay someone to run it for me and just give them a better percentage. Yeah. That's how I am, because I have so many things on my plate that I can't really fumble more. Because the more I add to it, the more I'm going to fumble.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to
fumble any bags.
Right, that makes sense 100%. Like, I'm about to start, like, pushing out my Discord community, and I have a guy who's going to be helping me run that. And he's going to be doing everything in the background, and that's way more paying. That's worth way more paying for than, like, trying to figure out it myself and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's the same thing with. I tried getting into Forex and options, and I bought these PDFs and books, and I started reading them, and I was writing notes page by page, literally doing so much, and I just decided, you know what? I'd rather have someone just help me.
Right.
It's so much easier when you have a team. Because what if I had this dude that knew what he was doing, and I was the one reading it because I'm better with comprehension than he is? I could realistically read it, explain it to him, he understands it more, and if I give him the theory, then we could really be a trading team. That would be cool. No one's really about teamwork.
That's the problem. Nobody really like. It's always like the splits. Nobody likes to take less money. You know, when it comes to like splitting.
Nobody likes. It's weird.
You know what's crazy? I had this bright idea, like, I don't know, a year ago. I'm like, all of these e-com gurus, why don't like we all put a store together? Like, get like 4 like big time e-com people, put a store together and make like the next Lululemon. Cause that's a Shopify store.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lululemon, Dollar Shave Club, Shein, not 100% sure.
Temu.
Yo, so like, I'm like, bro, why don't like 4 people who know what they're doing just come together and make the store, call it. And then I started doing team stores. So like I started doing like, I had one, it was like 12 people on one store, way too many. But I run a team store now with 4 people.
See, I always try to bring people on, and I always tell them, look, I'll teach you how to properly compose. I'll teach you how to properly frame, properly work with people, because I have the film school background.
Of course.
And I always try to put people on and put them in a position to make money with me, and none of them ever want to make sacrifices.
Right.
And it comes down to, do you really want this or not?
Someone's got to flip the burgers.
Hey, that's cool with me. They can flip their burgers.
That's what I'm saying. You're literally going to go out of your time and you're going to go out of your day to just like show them $1 million skill, and they choose to not sacrifice, a little time.
Nobody has work ethic. Everybody's lazy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But
and a lot of people really lack faith. They'll see it and they'll be afraid to commit to something because they're scared of the what ifs. What if it doesn't work? I don't think like that.
Yeah,
it has to work.
Has to.
There's no way.
Yeah, you're gonna make it work, or
I'm either gonna be rich or broke, and there's no in between.
Right.
There's no in between.
I agree with that mindset a lot. Like when I'm getting to hustle mode, and I go out into what I call the field, and I go to like, if I'm going to these businesses, pitching them on the idea of like, I'm gonna do your marketing for you, whatever. I will not come home unless I close something, or I know something's gonna close within like the next couple days.
I used to go door to door and pitch my services. Oh, I'm the best cinematographer. I can provide you with this, and a lot of people are kind of thrown back by it because I'm really, I don't want to say abrasive, because I'm not. I don't come at them in an abrasive manner. I come at them with direct. I speak with certainty, confidence, and I let them know I'm the one to do this job.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get turned down by it, and it rubs them the wrong way because they're not used to someone so frank, with extreme candor, and it works most of the time. Sometimes it don't.
I mean, I did sales for a very long time. There's different people that respond to different like emotional like thing. Like you can't be frank with everybody. You can't speak in a certain tonality with everybody. For example, the company that tried to close me, that might have worked on somebody else being like...
Well, it's different because I'm not disrespectful.
Right, that's true.
I just basically... I believe, and I truly believe, that I'm the best at what I do. So I interpret that in a way where when someone does close with me, they are confident in my ability to provide them with the highest quality content.
For sure. That's confidence.
That's why. Because I'll sit there, and if they say, oh, well, I already have someone, I'll literally go and look at their stuff and explain why their composition is wrong, is incorrect.
And that's why, like, even when I, tell people about, like, oh, I got a cinematographer, bro, they're like, oh, I already got somebody to record videos. I'm like, nah, this isn't videos, it's movies.
Right, yeah, and I try to do it that way. And it's the same thing, I guess, with your line of work as well. You just have to carry yourself that way, because if you don't, you're really going to fail.
Right, 100%.
So when it comes to your stores, how do you run your ads and stuff?
How do
you close your deals?
So when it comes to like my stores, 95% of the time I run organic traffic, which is just TikTok, the product. I show the product off and do TikTok organic ads. TikTok's moving in such a weird direction right now where you kind of have to do paid ads. So we've been doing paid ads a little bit more recently. But when it comes to like selling people on like a course or like my one-on-ones, my Discord is free, so that's an easy sale. If they want it, they got it. If they don't, they don't.
Right.
But the one-on-ones, it's at such a price point to where I only take serious people, and I don't go out looking for people to close because I'm e-commerce first. I teach people second. A lot of these people, they don't do e-commerce anymore. They don't drop ship. They just sell their course. So when I post, I'm not posting to like sell people anything. I just post genuine, authentic stuff, and it just brings the customers that I want. So with that being said, like I'm not paying for ads on like social media trying to get people in my stores. I'm not selling them any bullshit course.
Right.
It's like, oh, I see Herschel's doing this. I want to do this. Hey, Herschel, how did
monkey
you
see, monkey do.
How did you do this? Oh, this is how I do it. If you want to learn from me, it's a X amount of money. And they're either going to say yes or they're going to say no.
Yeah, and I like the way you said you only work with serious people, because I only work with people who are serious as well. Because I'd say maybe about 62.8% of people are actually serious. I'll get a DM. I actually just got a DM the other day, and they might watch this and they might hear this, but I don't really care. Normally, they'll say, "Yo, I need this. Okay, cool. When do you need it? I'm free tomorrow. No matter where they're at, even if they're in California, y'all book a flight. I'm ready today, now." And it kind of just like throws them off.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Then they're not used to dealing with people like that. I'm the same way. People are like, "Oh, I want to learn. Okay, I got time tonight. Let's go. Let's hop on a call." I'm like,
yeah. Every time, and it's so annoying to me because it's, why are you hitting me up?
Exactly.
If you're not even ready.
You know what it is?
Come correct or don't come at all.
We're in a generation right now where it's almost like cool to not respond to people.
Dude.
So I feel like they hit up these people who like don't respond to them, and they do it just so they could say like for example, like when I go on a diet, I go buy the stuff at the grocery store knowing I'm still going to go to McDonald's the next day. I feel like it's just one of those things like they don't expect you to do it, and when you do it, it kind of holds them accountable in a way. And
Dude,
then so I think that's what it is.
Can go in on the delivered, non-responsive people, because it is so ridiculous to act like you're busy. The most rich people in the world respond instantly.
Yeah.
Bro, you called me at 4 a.m. Are you still coming? And what did I do? I answered.
Right away.
I woke up immediately. I said, "Yo, I got to be there in like 3 hours. Why are you calling me? I'm just making sure you're still coming."
Yeah.
I'm super serious about everything that I do, and I make sure that people understand that.
For sure.
And it really, it boggles my mind.
Dude, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, just off of, like, students alone, we can go in, like, people hit me up, be like, "Yo, I really want to learn e-commerce. I'm ready, blah, blah, blah." Like, I'll see it because I get notifications on my phone.
Right.
I have my phone in my hand at all times or in my pockets. So when I get your notification, I look at it. And I'm not like, I'll get back to that later, unless I have something to do. But if most of the time I'm not doing anything because the money comes automatically. Like, I don't have to be at my job typing away. I just get the notification, look at it, and I'm like, oh, Jimmy just texted me saying he wants to learn. All right, when can you hop on a call? 3 hours goes by. Jimmy's like, can we hop on a call now? You know what, fine, let's hop on a call. Call Jimmy. Hey,
Doesn't
Jimmy.
answer.
Doesn't answer. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't waste my time either, you know?
It's the worst.
It's horrible,
It's the
bro.
worst. And it's so annoying because it goes with anything. I'll have people try and schedule a shoot with me on like a set day and a time, and they'll not even tell me, "Yo, I'm running late," or it's just the most annoying thing ever. If someone tells me a time, I'm gonna be there, no matter what.
For sure.
And the non-responsive culture is ridiculous.
So annoying.
People
bro.
just want to make it seem like they're busy. And I've told off so many kids like, "Yo, do you want to work or not? Because I'm ready to work. I'm ready to make money. Stop acting like you're so damn busy all the time. You're not. You're not that busy, bro. You have 1,000 followers."
For real.
Like, yo,
Like, bro.
what does this come down to?
Like, I don't, like, I think I have like 20 something thousand followers, and I probably get like 30 messages a day. But as I get them, I respond to them. So it's not like everybody texts me at once and I can only get back to these people. No, bro. Realistically, that's not how it works. People text me, I text back. If I see your message and don't text back, I'll text you back in like an hour, 2 hours, at a reasonable time. But like, just to see it and let it go for days just because, like, that's just so annoying, bro.
Yeah, because everybody sees it.
Everybody sees it.
No matter what. I don't care what you're doing.
Don't care who you are.
Nobody's that busy. Don't care who you are. I guarantee if I were to text someone like Patrick Bet David, he would respond instantly.
Yeah.
If I had his personal number.
Right.
Anybody with millions of dollars, because they know anytime someone texts their phone, it's an opportunity.
Well, it's actually crazy you said that. I have texted a lot of like celebrities, and they have texted back very quickly.
Extremely.
Extremely. And if it's not them, it's somebody like working in their Instagram, like, because sometimes, people don't run their own Instagram and stuff. So, but normally they text back. And I don't know if it's because I have a check mark or whatever, but when I text somebody, they normally text back super quick. And whenever I text like a student who hit me up first, like, how are you gonna hit me up and then ghost me? Like, that makes no sense. You know what's even crazier? I had a guy pay me $1,000 to learn dropshipping or whatever. He paid, and then like every day I would text him, "Yo, you ready? Yo, you ready? Okay, no, I'm busy. You paid me, motherfucker. What the fuck? I'm over here blowing your phone up." And then eventually he was just like, "Nah, I don't think this is for me." I was like, "Well, your money's for me." So, bro.
That's insane. Yeah, I actually came up. I don't want to say came up because I didn't scam the guy. I offered him a deal. He hit me up inquiring about a camera purchase for a beginner. He was really interested in getting started. I asked him his budget. He said $3,000 to $4,000. I said that's a really high budget for someone who's just starting.
Right.
So I offered him this trade. I said, if you buy the camera I want, because I just couldn't come out of pocket at that time. Maybe like a month or two I would have had it. I just couldn't come out of pocket at the time, and I just really wanted it.
Right.
So I told him, if you buy me this body, I'll give you my camera, my lens, my monitor, a couple of other things, and I'll teach you how to use it for life. And he was a little weary at first. Reluctantly so, he actually did it. He ended up buying the camera, shipped it to my house, and I call him every day, and he actually responds, and he's super adamant about, "Yo, I'm ready for a lesson, Even though he has a kid, he still makes time. And it's so cool because to put that much trust into someone,
yeah,
I could have literally said, nah.
For sure.
Then I didn't. So
right.
That's something that I like. Serious people.
Yeah. Serious people are my people, bro. I literally only deal with serious people. Like, I have a student. I mean, you can't hear it, but my phone is going off right now. He's literally texting me.
You better not check it.
No, I'm not.
I'll kick you off the pod.
You're gonna have to tussle. He's literally texting me right now, blowing my phone up. So shout out to you. You know who you are. You're the only person who really blows my phone up. But like, I hope he doesn't think he annoys me, which sometimes he does, because he'll ask dumb questions that you could figure out on your own. But like, I like that he's very like motivated to like, learn. So like, people blowing me up doesn't annoy me. It's just, what annoys me is people asking stupid ass questions that literally, if they just open their eyes, they can answer for themselves. I don't like handing out questions. I like leading people to the water instead of bringing the water straight to them when they ask for it.
Yeah, I'll lead people to water. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. I don't believe there is a dumb question. However, it could be a question you didn't need to ask.
For sure.
I just don't believe there's a dumb question. There might be. I don't know. Someone's gonna probably roast me about it. What do you plan on doing with this drop shipping? Where do you plan on taking it?
Nowhere. And the reason I say that is because drop shipping is a very, very, very...
Get closer to the mic.
Drop shipping is a very, very, very good beginner, like, entry level to get money. You want to make 10K? Boom. But like, realistically, scaling up to those millions of stores, like those millions of dollars stores, it's very like hard. I've never personally gotten a store to $1 million. I know plenty of people who have, and it takes work, dedication, it takes a lot of like
devotion.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but if I can make 50 racks and then put it somewhere that it's going to pay me like $5K a month forever, I'd much rather do that, because dropshipping is, I wouldn't say it's not going to be here forever, but it's always changing, and I just don't want to always change with it. Like TikTok, for example, they're closing down and
I don't
stuff.
think they're actually going to do it.
You don't think so?
No.
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
But if they do, that does a lot for the dropshipping world, because
Right.
even now, if I post an organic video, it takes months of consistency to even get something to go viral. So as before, I could just post it in a day and then boom.
Right.
So I don't feel like changing with it. So I'm stacking, investing, and then boom. Now I have 50, 60K a month coming in without doing a damn thing, without doing anything. That's my goal. Like, I don't want to sound like that person who's like, oh, I don't want to get this because I can't. I can buy nice things if I want. Clearly, I can buy nice shoes, nice clothes, a $16,000 watch. I could buy these things. So when I say this, it's not coming from a standpoint where I don't think I can buy it or I can't buy it. But if I can have 70, 80K a month coming in, no matter what I do, that's my goal. I don't want to do anything. The whole reason I started dropshipping is because I hate doing shit. I hate working.
Right. Yeah.
Even the couple hours I put into these stores, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to check my phone and see if my store made money today. I don't want to have to adjust ads, I don't want to have to worry about posting on Instagram to do this or that. I just want to wake up, oh, there's 60K today. Here's 60K this month. I didn't have to do anything. That's my ultimate goal.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How do you feel AI would change dropshipping? Does that have an effect on it?
AI, I mean,
because AI changes a lot of people's
it definitely
work
it's
ethic.
a tool to make it easier. There's a lot of tools that I use, like ChatGPT, to make stores a lot smoother, and I know there's tools out there that can actually build stores for you, but AI doesn't know human like emotions like a human does. So I personally don't know how AI would change dropshipping. The biggest thing right now that we just have to wait and see what happens is TikTok.
To see if it actually gets closed or not?
Yeah, and you guys are hearing this in the Bean Dip podcast first from a professional. If TikTok gets shut down, there's going to be another platform. I don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is now. But once that platform is out, it is going to be exploited in so many different ways. There's going to be so many issues. But TikTok created this addiction of scrolling that YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels also have. But once there's that new platform, there's going to be so many opportunities.
TikTok was... No. Yeah, it was because Vine didn't...
Yeah, Musical.ly.
Vine, yeah, it was Musical.ly that there was the scrolling, right?
Right.
Before Instagram had the Reels and YouTube had the Shorts. Because it was TikTok first with the vertical format.
Yes.
Because Vine was vertical or...
Yeah.
Except Vine, you couldn't.
And Vine was only 7 seconds.
Vine was only, 6 or 7 seconds.
And you
couldn't swipe.
Right. So, but like when TikTok came out, people like myself exploited it and made so much money. Like, you could put the link in your bio to your store before you had a follower. Now you have to have like 1,000, to sell stuff on TikTok, you have to have like 10,000. So like there's systems in place that change like almost every day, but a new platform is not going to pick up on all of those things. So there's going to be a chance for everybody to like break the system and make money. And this is coming in 6 months. We're going to know in 6 months.
If TikTok's going to get banned or not?
Yeah.
Because that's the elections in 6 months.
Well, no, they're 100% is going to get a change. They can either sell it or they can ban it.
The election's in 6 months.
Yeah. Well, they've already passed, the thing has passed.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I did see that.
So they're going to sell it to an American company, which will make changes for TikTok again, or they will ban it. And TikTok already said they're not selling. The owner of TikTok said, I'm not selling this shit. So it's going to get banned, or something's gonna change in 6 months. It's gonna be very exciting because there's gonna be new money to be made, and it's gonna like.
I like new money.
Yeah, we're gonna aim for $1 million in 4 days now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm like lost for words. I was gonna say I approve of that. That'd be good. Imagine $1 million in a week.
That'd be insane. And the crazy part is people do that right now. It's insane.
Really?
Oh yeah, easily.
Are there any dropshippers that you would like to work with or collab with?
There's a few, but it goes back to that thing. Like I've never met them in person, so I don't know like who they are as a person. All I see is the social media. I've met a couple of influencers like Amon. Never met him in person, but we've had private conversations. He's a really cool dude. I've met like I don't want to say too many names. This person he did ecom. Haven't met him in person either. His name's Tanner. He's a really cool dude. I've had private conversations with him. A guy named Noah. He's really cool. He runs a very big ad agency. Those people are really cool, like just genuine people. I'd like to work more with people like that.
I've never heard any of those people. The only people that I know that do, I guess, online money making would be like Andrew Tate. But
Yeah.
she's not even really online, kind of.
He's blackballed.
Sneeko.
Sneeko.
Luke Belmar.
Luke Belmar. I've heard good and bad things about him.
Those are the only people that come to mind when I think of online influencers in the digital marketing world.
Sneeko's not really digital marketing though.
I just feel like but I've seen him sell courses and try to sell courses. And
Yeah,
stuff,
he just put up like this course. I'm not gonna plug it because it's not good. But I've yeah, I mean, I guess, but he's more of a streamer, and I do want to start getting more into the streamer world eventually. Soon enough, we will do that.
That makes sense. How difficult is drop shipping as a whole?
As a whole, you want like a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
2.
2?
2.
It's that easy.
We can make money appear out of nowhere. No other business can do that. You can make
Like
money
this?
out of thin air.
People first of all, for those who don't know, money is already created out of thin air
Yes.
from the people,
Yeah.
those people.
Those people.
It's created out of thin air, and people work, slave away.
So, you know what's crazy? Oh my god, I was thinking about this the other day, bro. People are making like $20 an hour.
That's not a lot of money.
Bro, it would take you, let's just say 2 hours, $40 to have a nice dinner. 2 hours of your life gone just for a nice dinner. Isn't that insane, bro? Could you imagine, like...
I think it's so funny when people talk about making $20 an hour. Oh, I make so much money.
It's so sad.
You make less than $50K.
It's sad to think about. Like, honestly, sad. Like, I actually feel bad for like those people because like I was that person, right? And it's just so like
$20 an hour isn't even $50K a year.
Even
actually.
but like even think
25.
about like this, $100 an hour, right? 8 hours a day is $800.
$1,000 a day almost.
Yeah, 1,000 a day. That still pays you like
That's $30K a month.
30K a month. And how many hours? 30.
40. That's 160. That's 160 hours a month because 40 times 5,
So it would
200. Wait, no, more. What am I thinking? I'm doing 40 times 4 days. 40 times 5 is 200. 5 times 4 is... That's 800 hours.
We're going to sound so crazy on this.
Why is math not my strong suit right now?
It's never been my strong suit. All right. So
No, look. 40 hours times 5 days a week. That's 200. 200 times
hours.
4 is 800. It's 800 hours.
Times $100.
Times $100.
Okay, no. That's 80 grand a month.
80 grand a month.
No, never mind. Yo, I'm like thinking, I don't know. Okay.
You said 1,000 a day. That's 30 grand
I was
a
thinking
month.
$100 an hour, working 8 hours. That's actually really good, obviously. So I guess right now...
No, it's not 80 grand a month.
Bro, we're doing the math wrong. We're going to sound so crazy on here, bro. What the heck?
100.
Yo, no. Okay, $100 a day, $100 an hour.
$100 an hour, 8 hours, $800 a day. 800 times 30.
But you don't work 30 days. Let's just say 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
800 a day, 7 days.
$8,000 or
5 days a week. It's $4K times 4. 16. All right, that makes sense. 16,000.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
All right.
yeah, we're so confused.
I wish
it's because we don't deal with peasant numbers. I never want to calculate how much money I make.
No.
Hourly, no. Never again. You know how difficult that just was?
Yeah, it was hard.
But you can tell me how to add other things and I'll do it.
But the point of that whole shenanigan was $100 an hour is $16K a month.
But you're wasting your life.
But like, as we've been on this podcast, I've made that just by talking to you.
$100.
Yeah. Right? So, like, last month we did $45,000. And I got to enjoy my life. I didn't have to, like, go listen to my boss and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
so,
that's no.
And that was with $100 an hour. That's very, like, people aren't making $100 an hour. You're going to be in a sales job.
You have to go to school and you have to become some doctor.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could realistically make
$100 an hour without doing, like, a sales job.
Right.
Right? Because obviously, like, when I was selling cars at the dealership, I was making, like, $7 to $10K a month just selling cars.
Because I make about an hour filming.
Right.
When people pay up.
So...
and that's not even... I can film, depending on what it is, I just do a car shoot. It's made in 30 minutes.
Right.
And then the editing is on top of that.
So, like, thinking about people making $100 an hour, how far-fetched that is, even that being far-fetched is only $16K a month. We just made $45K a month. You know?
$16K a month is what?
I mean, $16K a month's not bad.
That's like $180.
Oh, a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still not...
It's definitely not bad.
Not to slave away.
No. It's definitely not bad, but there's so much more out there just online that you can buy your time back. Because your time is way more valuable.
Because when you're making that much money, it's... You're making a living cool, you're just not living. You're making a living without living.
Right.
Because you're tied to your desk, you're tied to your job, you're tied to your house. You can't really do anything when you have a 9 to 5. It's still a 9 to 5. I don't care if your hours are 6 to 3. A job is a 9 to 5. Period. There's so many people that I'll tell, oh, well, you have a 9 to 5. No, I don't. I work from 6 to 3.
I work 12 hours, not 9.
It's still 9 to, bro, it's still 9 to 5. You have a job.
Yeah.
If you have to ask your boss to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's so...
No, that can't be me. I do what I want.
I got cursed out one day at the dealership. My boss... Ugh, such a bad word to say. My boss was just like...
Yeah, I don't like
just
that
like... You weren't supposed to tell the customer that, you fucking moron. Oh, no. Just going off on me. And I'm sitting there. I'm talking back. I'm like, bro, stop fucking yelling at me. Blah, blah, blah. And the other managers there, they're like, don't say anything. Don't talk. Don't say anything. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck what he said. Like, you know, I was even back then when I worked at Jimmy John's. They're like, all right, you see the floorboards? They're like, just go and just scrub them, make sure they're clean. We got an audit coming up. And I'm like, I am not Cinderella, bro. I am not getting on my hands and knees and scrubbing the fucking floors at Jimmy John's. You got me fucked up.
It's funny that you say that because when I had my first job at Smith's, it was a grocery store, Kroger, kind of like Harris Teeter and Food Lion.
Yeah.
I was a bag boy, courtesy clerk, and I had transferred to this one store because it was across the street from the skate park, and I just only did it because it was across the street from the skate park I used to go to. So that's besides the point. I ended up getting the job or whatever, and part of the job description was you had to clean the bathrooms, and I would never do it. I would always tell them, no, pick someone else. I'm not a janitor.
Yeah.
And this one time I actually stood up for myself, and the manager had told me, hey, can you go clean the bathroom? And I said, no, I'm not cleaning the bathroom. I'm not a janitor. And she found someone else.
You got to know your worth, bro. You have to know your worth.
Because if you keep doing that, they're just gonna pick on you every time. And if I would have got fired from that, I would have been like, okay, cool, on to the next thing. Everything I've been fired from. Nobody knows this. I've been fired from every job I've ever had.
Damn.
In my life, every single job.
For real?
Every single job.
That's insane.
Every job. Call centers.
That's actually crazy, bro.
Yeah, call centers. Industrial was a skate shop. Smith's I got fired from. Actually, I think that was the only job I put my 2 weeks in. I got fired from the skate shop. I got fired from. There was like a call center for DirecTV, a call center for Apple.
Oh,
CBS.
I did the DirecTV scheme.
Dude, I got fired from every single job, even Safe Light, everything. I didn't care though. U-Haul, I got fired from twice.
I would always just quit, but I didn't do 2 weeks. I was like, my 2 weeks is y'all should have known 2 weeks ago that I wasn't trying to be here. That's my 2 weeks. That's my 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, nah, I got fired from U-Haul twice.
Twice?
Twice.
Why'd you reapply?
I didn't reapply. I got fired because the first time I got fired, I was editing all night, and I forgot. I had checked my schedule, but I had thought it said come in at 2 to 7, not 7 to 2. And I just read it wrong, and I woke up, and the boss had texted me, he's like, yo, just bring in your keys. And I was like, okay. I didn't care.
No.
I brought it. He's like, bring your keys before I leave. And I just brought him in there, like, as he was leaving. I didn't care.
He didn't
and
fire
then
you?
I had saw this other dude, and they were like, yo, we need help at this other store. And I was like, okay. And then I ended up getting fired from that one, too, for editing at work.
It's always good, and I don't ever shit on having a job either.
I do.
I don't, and the reason I don't shit on it is because you need a job to fuel your business, right? I don't believe that you just quit working right now and go focus on your business. No, you can do it
if you live at home.
Even still, I mean, like, dropshipping takes money. It's good to have money coming in, no matter if you're.
There's so many other ways to make money than to work.
Like what?
You can sell things.
Like?
I have a bunch of speakers, guitar speakers.
How'd you buy those speakers?
They were given to me.
Not everybody's giving stuff.
Right.
And not every.
It was just a gift.
And eventually you'll run out of stuff to sell.
Once you sell your things, though, there's also free furniture pieces. There's also pieces of furniture for free online that you can go buy. You can go pick up,
flip, and sell. Yeah. Or you can take the easy way out and just go work.
You can. I just don't like jobs.
I get it. I mean, I don't love having to work either, but if I had to restart, I'm taking my ass to a sales job. I'm busting my ass, making my money, and I'm gonna just do the same thing over and over.
See?
I couldn't not have money coming in with no uncertainty. Like, bills don't stop, nothing stops, so you have to have something coming in.
I get it.
Yeah.
I still, I don't like jobs. They're gonna be like, "Bro, you're dumb." No, I'm not. You're dumb.
Yo, I mean, I get what you're saying.
I know.
I get what you're saying for sure, but like, I don't shit on having a job.
No, if you're using the job to support your real dream, then yes, of course.
Of course.
But once you start making money doing your real dream, even if it's a little,
don't get comfortable. That's all. I support jobs as long as you don't get comfortable.
Yeah, because a lot of people will start working a job and then 40 years later,
like, oh shit,
their life flies by, and
I'm almost retired, and then I can get $2,000 a month.
Most people live with regret.
Yeah.
On their deathbed.
That's pretty sad.
It's horrible. That is something I'll never live with on my deathbed. So even with jobs, I feel I do agree. So having a job to support your dream is the only way I would recommend having one. Otherwise, if you're at a job.
When I get people who are not serious, like, for example, I had a guy who was like, hey, I'm trying to make money. I have no money. I'm homeless. And I was like, I've been in that situation before. Like, I was like, all right, here's what you're going to do. And you know what I sent them? I sent them a link to Indeed. I was like, go apply for jobs. You need money coming in, bro. If you have nothing, go work and give your time for money. Like, sell yourself.
You can even work for a month.
Yeah.
And not spend it. Because if you worked for a month at a job for $15 an hour, you'd be making $600 a week. $600 a week times 4, that's $2,400. I don't want to say $2,500. I'm rounding up. I don't want them to think I'm dumb. But $2,400, that's enough.
Depending on the situation.
Well, taxes.
If you have like $4,000 in bills, and you got making $2,000.
Most people don't really have that many bills though.
Right. Car, rent, credit cards, maybe student loans.
People's overhead is maybe $2,000 max at a job.
Rent's going up though.
Rent's going up because prices of job or the wages of jobs are going up.
And actually, bro, I actually went food shopping the other day, and I actually realized how much food has gone up. Like, it's crazy. I actually haven't looked at gas prices because, like, I just go and put the same amount of money in my cart no matter what. So gas prices are very irrelevant to me. I don't count like, oh my god, gas went up 10 cents. Like, what the fuck was 10 cents gonna do?
Yo, people.
Gas went up 5 cents. Oh my god. Like, shut the fuck up. What the fuck is 5 cents gonna? Is it even worth talking about?
Dude, I remember when and we're gonna get back on topic in a second. I remember when the gas went up to like $3.50. People were freaking out.
Yo, people were bugging.
It's 50 cents per gallon. Your car takes 12 gallons. It's only an extra $6. Why are you tripping, bro? Like, what?
Yo, for real. That shit.
Yo.
But it adds up, Beans.
No, it don't.
Yo, hell nah. Fuck that.
$6 is not that much. I mean, if the price, well, obviously inflation is real.
Yeah, 100%.
Inflation is happening, but inflation is only happening because the ways to attain money are becoming more accessible.
For sure.
It's a lot easier to access money now than it was back then. They are printing it out of thin air, but they're only printing it out of thin air because of the ways to make money. So the value of money has to go down.
Yeah.
Because there's so many more ways to obtain it. So it's obviously going to go down. The value of money has to it. When there's a surplus of anything, the value comes down.
Yeah, that's how inflation
So
works.
when people start making more money and start making millions of dollars, they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, we're running out because there's a bunch of people making money. So
Raise
we need
the
more.
price.
So raise the price.
Yeah.
That's the only way it works. And the only people that really complain about that are the brokies.
Yeah.
I don't complain about it.
Nah.
Bro,
It just is what it is.
I can't, like, the amount of posts that I see on Facebook about, oh, why is this much and this is this much when I'm getting paid this much? Bro, stop complaining.
Just make more.
Make more money.
Or spend less.
Or spend less. Nobody told you to go spend $800 on a car payment.
Yeah, for sure.
Sell your assets.
Yeah, exactly.
Start over. Anybody that's rich and any entrepreneur will tell you they will sell their most expensive asset in order to get out of the hole.
Yeah, and leverage your money and just know. But I think it comes back like they're not teaching this shit in school, like the school system, but like how to use money. I didn't know how to use money. I blew through fucking people's 4 or 5 years of money in a couple months. I blew through it. And most of the lottery winners, they all go bankrupt in like what? The first year?
Yeah.
People don't know how to spend the right way.
I've seen a kid go broke from winning. He won like $500,000 in the lottery, and he ended up going broke like a month later.
People don't know how to spend
And
money.
all his friends left him.
Yeah, it's
His friends.
Yeah.
And then he had I when I was working at the mall, this kid came in and was buying longboards and all kinds of stuff for everybody, complete setups, had all these new people with him every day. And a month or two went by and we stopped seeing him. And we were like wondering like what had happened because, his money had eventually ran out. But he was buying everybody everything. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And then one of his real friends came in and he was kind of like sad talking about that guy, and he was basically saying, yeah, I used to be friends with this guy and all of these people were just using him for money and now he doesn't have any more, and now I'm not his friend because he changed who he was because he won the $500,000, but he lost a real friend. He was all sad.
Yeah, bro, that shit sucks.
And it's like money, I don't believe money changes people. It brings out who you really are.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I was also going to ask you, what does your course contain?
So I don't want to talk about everything that's in there because I have a lot of stuff in there that's like leaked stuff. Like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the Bean Dip podcast. We're just going to talk about it. I don't give a fuck. I got like, I'm not going to say whose, but I have like 20 different leaked courses that are from like big name people. Okay. So that's all in there. And by the way, that is, you guys could find that anywhere online. Like these $3,000, $4,000 courses, you guys could find that anywhere. I have that in there. I have over 40 Shopify themes. They're like $300, $400 a pop, and they're all in there for free. So there's like, as soon as you join, you instantly get access to like thousands of dollars worth of themes, thousands of dollars worth of courses. And then we have like weekly calls. So I call people weekly, and we just make sure everything's good and ready to go. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all you really need inside of a program. I've got all the tools you need to be successful. I've got all the literature that you need to be successful. I've got all my my courses and stuff in there for you guys to be successful. So that's pretty much it. That's all inside of the free Discord, and all of the like extra tools and stuff like that. It's $50 a month, but we're still building that.
That's not a bad price, $50 a month.
Yeah.
That's how much Hustlers University is.
Yeah, and the reason
I noticed a lot of dropshipping e-commerce courses are around $50 a month.
The reason I'm okay with saying $50 a month is because I probably won't go up or down on that price, because it's pretty much that's how it's going to be. I don't need to make any more off of selling a course because I don't promote it like that. And besides, most of the serious people, they do one-on-ones anyways.
That makes sense. What are your goals for the rest of 2020?
The rest of 2020, it's a good question. I have a lot of like personal fitness goals that I'm trying to accomplish. I want to lose 50 pounds. So that's like my biggest goal right now. I signed up for the UFC gym, so I've been...
Y'all better watch out.
I better watch out.
Security guard coming.
Yes, sir. So I've signed up for the UFC gym, so hopefully that takes me and does my goal. It's a pretty easy so far. You know, I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. I like to work out with a purpose, not just like run on a treadmill. So I like to learn things while I'm working out. So I think that's like the perfect fit for me. So that's my personal goal. And I want to travel a couple more times before the year's up. I'm going on a cruise in September. And then I got a couple trips planned before the end of the year. So I want to do that. And then financially, I just keep doing what I'm doing. I want to have like two investment properties before the year's up as well. So we've got a lot of work to do.
Those are some good goals to have.
Yeah.
That was a lot more than I had anticipated. No, that's good. Having aspirations that's the only reason why I have people on my show.
Right.
So where can I find you on social media?
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anything. Just Google Hersch Life and I'll pop up somewhere.
Oh, they can Google you?
You can Google
They
me.
can Google me too.
Yeah. Google it. Hersch Life, anywhere. HERSCHLIFE.
For the people that are illiterate and don't know how to spell.
Exactly. You gotta make sure with some people, you know. You gotta make sure. Some people are kind of iffy.
No, there's a lot of people I can't really have any type of conversation with just anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to pick and choose my level of what would that even be? Coherence, I think. Right?
Yeah,
comprehension.
How do you feel about? And I'm asking you questions now.
Yeah, it's the last one because we're about to conclude. So we're gonna have him ask me a question, and we're gonna conclude it.
How do you feel about the sentence network versus net worth?
Network versus net worth?
Yes.
I believe you have more worth in networking because the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So network is directly correlated to your net worth. I believe. Network is more important than your net worth.
I fully agree. I was pretty sure we're on the same page with that one. But yeah, I 100% agree that the doors that you go into are far more important than the money you make. Like, that's why one of my goals as well is to relocate. This isn't by the end of the year because I have stuff, but by next year, I'm going to try and relocate myself to where I can grow my network a little bit more.
That makes sense. Yeah, I always try to network and make sure I shake more people's hands than accumulating more money, because you never know who you're going to meet. Everybody is, I don't know if anybody knows, everybody is about 6 people away from the person you want to meet. The 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds accurate.
So I'm going to leave y'all with that gem, and I'm going to conclude today's episode of the Bean Dip, the world's most versatile podcast. Hersch Life on all platforms. Hit him up, DM him, hustle, learn if you really want to make some money.
DM me Bean Dip. Anybody who DMs me Bean Dip will get 50% off anything that I offer, just for the beans having me here. So if you're watching this, DM me Bean Dip if you really want to work. but don't ghost me.
Yeah, respond. Stop acting like you're busy. You're not that busy.
You're not busy.
Especially if you have a job, you have a schedule. So, while you're watching this, make sure you can ask your boss if you can keep watching. The bean dip.
Yo, the bean dip. Yo.